Kundalini energy, often described as a dormant spiritual force residing at the base of the spine, holds profound significance in various spiritual traditions, particularly within Hinduism and yoga. This energy is visualized as a coiled serpent, lying latent until awakened through specific practices, leading to heightened states of consciousness and mental mastery. Mastering the mind through Kundalini energy involves harnessing this potent force to achieve clarity, focus, and emotional balance. In this video, we explore what Kundalini energy is, its scientific and spiritual dimensions, references to ancient texts, connections to other traditions, and practical methods to use it for mental mastery. Kundalini, derived from the Sanskrit word kundal, meaning coiled, is believed to reside in the Muladhara, or the root chakra, located at the base of the spine. In spiritual contexts, it represents the primal life force, or Shakti, the divine, feminine energy that fuels creation and consciousness. When awakened, Kundalini rises through the chakras, energy centers along the spine, culminating in the Sahasrara, or the crown chakra, where it unites with universal consciousness, leading to enlightenment. This process is said to enhance mental clarity, emotional stability, and spiritual insight, enabling individuals to transcend ordinary thought patterns and achieve mastery over the mind. From a spiritual perspective, Kundalini awakening is a transformative process that aligns the individual with their higher self. Ancient texts, like the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali and the Hatha Yoga Pradipika, describe Kundalini as the key to unlocking higher states of awareness. The Yoga Sutras emphasize the importance of meditation and ethical living to prepare the mind and body for this awakening, while the Hatha Yoga Pradipika outlines practices like pranayama or breath control and asanas to activate this energy. These texts suggest that Kundalini, when properly channeled, purifies the mind of distractions and ego-driven thoughts, fostering a state of equanimity. Scientifically, Kundalini energy can be understood through the lens of neuroscience and psychology. The concept aligns with the activation of the autonomic nervous system, particularly the parasympathetic branch, which regulates relaxation and introspection. Practices associated with Kundalini, such as meditation and breathwork, have been shown to reduce cortisol levels, enhance neuroplasticity, and increase activity in the prefrontal cortex, the brain region responsible for decision-making and emotional regulation. A 2018 study published in Frontiers in Immunology found that mindfulness practices, akin to those used in Kundalini yoga, modulate the brain's stress response, promoting mental clarity and emotional resilience. Kundalini's awakening is often accompanied by intense physical and psychological experiences such as vibrations, heat, or heightened awareness. These sensations may correlate with the release of stored energy in the nervous system, akin to the activation of the vagus nerve, which facilitates mind-body communication. While science cannot fully explain the metaphysical aspects of Kundalini, the physiological benefits of associated practices, improved focus, reduced anxiety, and enhanced cognitive function, support the idea that Kundalini techniques can lead to mental mastery by harmonizing the brain and nervous system. Across spiritual traditions, Kundalini energy finds parallels in various cultures, underscoring its universal significance. In Hinduism, the Upanishads, particularly the Shvetashvatara Upanishad, describe the subtle body and the flow of prana, or the life force, through nadis, or energy channels, with Kundalini as the central force. The Bhagavad Gita indirectly references this energy through Krishna's teachings on self-discipline and meditation as paths to transcend the mind's fluctuations. In tantric traditions, Kundalini is central to practices that unite Shiva, or consciousness, and Shakti, or energy, symbolizing the integration of mind and spirit. Beyond Hinduism, Kundalini-like concepts appear in other ancient traditions. In Tibetan Buddhism, the practice of Tummo, or inner fire, involves generating heat and energy through breath and visualization, akin to Kundalini's ascent. The Chinese Taoist tradition speaks of the dantian, a reservoir of vital energy in the lower abdomen, which, when cultivated through Qigong, mirrors Kundalini's transformative potential. Similarly, in ancient Egyptian mysticism, the Jed pillar symbolizes the spine and the rising of spiritual energy, paralleling Kundalini's upward movement. These cross-cultural connections suggest that Kundalini represents a universal archetype of latent human potential. To use Kundalini energy for mastering the mind, one must approach the process with discipline, patience, and respect for its power. The first step is preparing the body and mind through purification practices. Yoga texts emphasize a sattvic, or pure lifestyle, including a vegetarian diet, ethical behavior, yamas and niyamas, and regular physical exercise to strengthen the nervous system. Asanas, like spinal twists, forward bends, and inversions, stimulate the lower chakras, creating a foundation for Kundalini's safe awakening. These practices enhance blood flow and energy circulation, which modern science links to improved mental health and cognitive function. Breathwork, or pranayama, is a cornerstone of Kundalini activation. Techniques like alternate nostril breathing, or nadi shodhana, and breath of fire, or kapalabhati, balance the flow of prana through the Ida and Pingala nadis, the energy channels flanking the spine. According to a 2020 study in the Journal of Clinical Psychiatry, controlled breathing reduces symptoms of anxiety and depression, supporting the mind's ability to remain calm and focused. By regulating breath, practitioners can quiet mental chatter, creating a conducive environment for Kundalini to rise without overwhelming the psyche. Meditation is another critical tool for channeling Kundalini energy. Practices like mantra meditation, where one repeats sacred sounds like Om or Sat Nam, align the mind with higher frequencies. The Kundalini Upanishad recommends focusing on the ajna, or the third eye chakra, during meditation, to awaken intuition and mental clarity. Modern research, such as a 2017 study in Neuroscience and Biobehavioral Reviews, shows that meditation enhances connectivity between brain regions, improving attention and emotional regulation, key components of mental mastery. Visualization techniques also play a significant role. Practitioners often visualize Kundalini as a serpent rising through the chakras, clearing blockages and illuminating each energy center. This process aligns with Jungian psychology, where archetypes like the serpent symbolize transformation and integration of the conscious and unconscious mind. By visualizing this ascent, individuals can reprogram subconscious patterns, replacing fear and doubt with confidence and clarity, thus mastering their mental landscape. Chanting and sound therapy are integral to Kundalini practices, particularly in Kundalini yoga as taught by Yogi Bhajan. Sacred sounds, such as those found in Sikh mantras or Vedic hymns, create vibrational shifts that resonate with the body's energy centers. A 2019 study in Scientific Reports found that music and sound therapy reduce stress and enhance emotional well-being, suggesting a scientific basis for chanting's efficacy. By incorporating sound, practitioners can deepen their connection to Kundalini, fostering a sense of inner peace and mental control. Grounding practices are essential to balance the intense energy of Kundalini. Without grounding, the mind can become unmoored, leading to emotional instability or spiritual bypassing. Techniques like walking barefoot on the earth, practicing mindfulness, or engaging in selfless service anchor the energy. The Tao Te Ching emphasizes simplicity and humility, qualities that align with grounding practices, ensuring that Kundalini's power enhances rather than disrupts mental clarity. Kundalini awakening is not without challenges. Ancient texts, warn of potential physical and psychological disturbances if the energy is awakened prematurely or without guidance. Symptoms like anxiety, insomnia, or disorientation may arise, often linked to an overstimulated nervous system. Modern psychology might interpret these as signs of unprocessed trauma or overstimulation, underscoring the need for a qualified teacher or guru. The Garanda Samhita advises practicing under a master's guidance to navigate these challenges, ensuring the mind remains balanced during the process. To integrate Kundalini energy into daily life for mental mastery, consistency is key. A daily practice combining asanas, pranayama, meditation, and chanting creates a stable foundation. Journaling can help track progress and process emotions, aligning with cognitive behavioral techniques that enhance self-awareness. Setting an intention or sankalpa during practice focuses the mind, reinforcing its ability to direct Kundalini's energy toward positive transformation. Kundalini's connection to other traditions highlights its universal appeal. In Sufism, the concept of baraka, or divine blessing, parallels Kundalini's transformative energy, cultivated through practices like whirling or chanting. Indigenous shamanic traditions, such as those of the Native Americans, use rituals to access spiritual energy, akin to Kundalini's role in connecting the individual to the cosmos. These parallels reinforce the idea that Kundalini is a timeless force for mental and spiritual evolution. In conclusion, using Kundalini energy to master the mind involves a holistic approach that integrates spiritual wisdom and scientific insights. By preparing the body, practicing breathwork, meditating, visualizing, and grounding, individuals can awaken this latent force safely and effectively. Ancient texts like the Upanishads and Yoga Sutras provide a roadmap, while modern research validates the benefits of these practices for mental health. By drawing on Kundalini's universal principles found in traditions from Hinduism to Taoism, practitioners can cultivate a disciplined, focused, and enlightened mind, unlocking their highest potential.